Right, hey everyone, this is Miss Time Bunny. Right, if you bear with for just a moment, I am just going to quickly get myself all up together. Just want to share my stream about. Plus it gives people a chance to come on over to the stream. Oop, there we go. So that is that shared to the Twitter and the Facebook. Right, so that is all shared round where it needs to be shared. Right, if I just get my chat up. So yes, today we are playing the Town of Light. I did play the demo of this over on my YouTube channel quite some time ago now. Right, bear with, I'm just going to quickly plug in my phone so it doesn't die halfway through the stream. Oh, when I can get this all untangled. There we go. Right, if I plug that one into that one, and then plug that into there. There we go. Right, that's sorted. Right, let's move my food up. As you can see, I'm sitting differently today because I found with previous streams I was getting a little backache. So I thought if I rearrange things so I can sit like this, it makes it a little more comfy. Even though my t-shirt's scrunching up. There we go. Right. Let's do the thing. Right, so adjust the brightness so that the doll is barely visible. So in other words, game, you want me to shit myself. I'll see how it is. I was sat here thinking I'm not getting any sound through, then I suddenly realised that my earphones are being stupid again. Right, let's have a look. I'll turn the sound down a little so it's not overbearingly loud for you guys, but do let me know if that's too quiet. Actually, if I put it about halfway, then obviously if at any point it's too loud, too quiet, then you can let me know. The only trouble with some games, obviously, because I'm on this end rather than the like the viewing end, I can't always tell if things are too loud. Oh, nothing like a bit of KFC gravy. Even though the fiance always complains at me that that stuff's gross, because we both know how it's made. Right, so it's a bit of a like warning, content warning, trigger warnings, as it were. Because obviously, as it says on there, the sort of like this game is like obviously based on what it used to be like in real life asylums, as it were. Obviously, it's a fantasy game, but it's like based on, as it says, real events, etc., like in the real world. So just be aware, guys, if you're sensitive to that kind of gubbins. The last thing I want is anyone getting upset. Ooh, that reminds me.
What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
In case you can't tell, I'm very much the type of gamer who streams in their jammies. So I'm guessing this was like a little... Hey up, Tim! How are you? Oh, this game it's a very pretty game. I remember playing the free demo of this when it was on PlayStation Store. I don't think it's on there anymore. But I know it was, I think it was some time ago now. That's how I kind of got to know this game, because I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll sort of take a look. And then it was like, oh my god, I need the full game. So I now have... So I've ended up with a digital copy thanks to it being a freebie due through PS Plus. And I also have a physical copy, because I managed to get one quite cheap. And thank you very much, Badger. Much appreciated. And that's the point, I actually need to catch up with some of your vlogs, mate. I've got them saved on my to watch list, but it's just due to stuff and things, I ain't quite got to them yet. But I ain't forgot. Oh, I know those kind of days, Tim, when it's like you're short staffed and there ends up only being like one or two of you and you're doing like doing the equivalent of like about 4 or 5 members of staff's work when it's like nobody there and you're like, oh, oh, it must have meant the gate. Oh, so we got, yay, we got a And there, we've got Aaliyah on the lurk. Nice. You can never have too many Funko Pops. I don't care what anyone says. There's no such thing as too many. So I'm on the nose. Ooh, it does open. Ooh, there's a flashlight. And I said flashlight before I get any comments in the chat, because I know there's some pervs there. And I know I'll probably get a dirty comment. Nice. Yeah, it's a case of naming no names, but there are a few pervs in the chat. Right, let's see, right. Quality aircraft factory. Okay, awesome. Improvements. Radio. Right, let's turn off the light. So yes, this is pretty much a walking simulator, so be warned. But I love these sorts of games. Because anyone who knows me will know that I love Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. I fucking love that game. She says with a mouthful of food. I'm so charming. That must be what I heard. Maybe that fell down.
This place. Time. Memory.
Ooh, I think it's all going to start getting a bit spoopy. Hey up there, Gunner. How are you? We got some slightly spoopy shenanigans today. I know I said on my schedule I was going to start about 8:30, but I thought, you know what, sod it, I'm going to start early because I'm doing sod all. Oh good, I hope you get your computer sorted out eventually, because I know you've been having some right old shenanigans with it. And I'm dropping me food everywhere now. Nice. I mean, I'm probably, like, for my PC, I'm probably going to invest in having it spruced up a bit eventually. But right now it does the job for what I need it for, as it were. And I'm smacking myself in the head with cupboard doors there. Good idea. That's how you zoom in and out. Right, there we go. Yes, good idea, especially if you're going to be lobbing your drinks everywhere. Probably a good idea to get a spill resistant one. Yeah, I think chucking your drink over keyboards is not recommended. Yes, you did have a bit of a plonker moment, Gunnar. Ah, right, okay. I saw the thing flash up and I was like, what are we doing? Right.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remembered that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her presence. Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes me blush, but Charlotte was a real friend to me. I knew that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, she was real too. I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me. But back then, I was too afraid to understand it.
Right, sorry about that. I was just having a quick nibble on that bit of chicken. At the moment, Gunnar, I'm just sat here with a cup of tea, because that's how rock and roll I am. Yeah, this tea's really nice. So it's the Yorkshire tea malt biscuit one. It's really nice because it kind of has this like really nice sweet sort of biscuity taste to it. And it is lush. Oh, it really is. It's like I tend to have it with like a very tiny bit of sugar, and it just tastes absolutely spot on.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
Oh well, I think I'm going to chuck gravy down myself, which is always a good idea. But it's fine. Alright, so that's locked.
No, she's freezing. She's alone. Let's look for her.
Oh yeah, isn't this the bit where I got to look for the doll? It's a case of wandering around trying to remember what to do in this game now. Oh yeah, I think that's where I came from earlier, wasn't it? So... Oh yeah, because I think that's where the demo roughly ended, when you figured out how to get that powered up. Is there nothing on the back of it? No, I'm guessing not. Hey up there, Morgan. Are you loitering with intent, are you, Morgan?
Let's
Oh,
search the wards on the upper floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows their location.
I was planning to say something then, but then she started to talk. Oh, that's a bummer that no one wanted to join in and play Among Us. They're all smelly. Yes, you do get a lot of spoopy noises in this. That will probably make sense later on as to what it is I need it for. Guessing I can't go that way yet. Right, is that her dolly? Ah, creepy
Mummy
doll!
took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in.
Into
hugged
the
her,
creepy doll!
gave her cuddles and kisses. She was
Remember,
very
don't do it
affectionate
again.
and loving.
What? Get engaged and not tell you? What are you on about?
Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved. It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl.
I think I was supposed to be looking for a map, but I haven't looked for that yet. Right, so we've got some light there.
Those lamps could make the room warmer. But Charlotte's not happy. She doesn't feel well.
Right.
Charlotte is cold. Let's take her somewhere warm.
If you say so. Yeah, there's nothing worse than a soggy bottom. Oh, hello, official Bixmax. How are you? Welcome. A lot of this stream probably will be me wandering around trying to remember what to do with this game, because it's been some time since I've played, so I'm a bit like, I can't remember what I'm doing.
I saw a wheelchair on the ground floor. It's comfortable there, and we can put Charlotte somewhere warm.
Yeah, I played the demo for this quite some time ago.
Charlotte will be comfy here.
And now it's
But
just
it's
trying
cold.
to...
No, it's cold.
It's just trying to remember how to play
shiver,
it.
Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away.
Yeah, so I played the demo, but now it's like, right. Oh, by all means, share away, Mix Max, when I can talk. Ah, nice. So it's basically sort of set not far away from where you live, pretty much. Ah, so you are Italian yourself. Nice. Ah, there was the map I was looking for. There we go. Actually, I'm going to leave that open because then I can, yeah, thingy bob. Oh, no. Right, so. Nice. Yeah, I think where I live, in the, like my particular part of the UK, I don't think I've had any games, strictly speaking, sort of based in my hometown. But the game Zombie was based in London, which is about, I think about 70 miles, I think along what would be that way for me, along the coast. And the people who created, I think it was Dear Esther and Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, I think they started off their gaming company in my hometown, in the university, so it's like, hey, we got a mention. Right, so I can at least find my way around. Yeah, I am on Instagram. Right, hang on. If I can turn myself around, where was I meant to be going with this? Right. I'm just going to quickly pause the game. What I'm going to do is, if you bear with, I will quickly link up some stuff. Actually, I can... Right. It will be easier for me to just type it in the chat rather than mess around. Oh, it would help if I could spell my own username. Right, so I think that's the right link for my Instagram. Right, I think for this, is this my username for... well, I can't spell. There we go. Right, so I've put up my Instagram and Twitter. I think they're the right links. If not, I will see if I can fathom it out later on. Yeah, I can't talk again. Yeah, I did notice that I think there's plugins that I can put on my Twitch page, but I've yet to figure all that out. So
has gone away now.
I thought I'd link them in the chat for now.
The light, the warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started. It all began in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Well, what I'll do, Morgan, is I may at some point perhaps give you a poke to be like, right, help me set up some things. Because I think there's a lot of stuff I keep meaning to set up, but sometimes I stare at the like the control panel of Twitch and I'm like, eh? Oh, that's a shame, Mixmax, because it's like, as I was saying, when I played the demo of this, I really enjoyed it when it was free on the PlayStation Store. Oh, it's a shame they're not going to make any more, or they weren't planning to. Right, apparently I'm meant to be going to the observation room. Oh, I really cannot talk today. There's nothing more embarrassing than when you can't speak your own native language. It's like, English is my first language, I have no excuse to not be able to speak it. Oh, hang on, is this getting all spoopy? It's all getting a bit spoopy. As long as there's no jump scares, because I don't like jump scares. Oh, it's going to be one of those games that's going to be all weird, isn't it? It's going to mess with me head. Says me who's played Silent Hill, I should be used to weird shit like this. But no, I sit here and complain like a little pussy. So I'm scared. Oh, awesome. I might actually look that up then and see what's going on. Because I would certainly support a second game of this. Because even though I've not played a lot of it beyond the demo, I really like it. It's like, yes, we need more. So even if it means I have to donate money and not eat for a week, it's fine. I don't need food.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity.
30,000 euros, so that's probably about, give or take, about 30 grand.
16 years old.
Sorry, I say 30,000 pounds in the UK.
Always afraid.
Probably give or take.
A fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak.
Yeah, because I think I know the euro and the pound are usually about the same with the conversions. Yeah, it's crazy how much they sometimes need for games.
Would go away,
but I'd support it.
I would get better. I stopped living in there.
Oh, I would. If I had pots of money, I would like support every indie dev going.
Everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore.
Yeah, you will notice with me, Mixmax, that I do stream wearing my pyjamas and normally eating.
You cease to exist.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that, Mixmax, that sort of the stories based on real events. Yeah, I was just really commenting, Mixmax, that if you do ever watch me stream, I do tend to sit here streaming in my pyjamas while munching.
She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down among the damned. But that woman, and her smile kept me alive.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you were able to do like a live stream. I'd definitely tune in. I'd be up for that. So she's essentially just levitated off the bed.
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Oh, thank you very much, Mixmax, for following. Much appreciated. And hello, Shakai! I was wondering how long it'd be until one of Morgan's lot popped into a stream. It's all much appreciated. Hang on, I need to put the torch on.
You can't get out of here. Only the dead can leave this place.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier to Mixmax, you will notice with me, Shakai, that with my streams it's all very casual. I do sit here in my pyjamas, normally munching food, so it's all very casual. Well, it was lovely to meet you, Mixmax. Please, know that you're always welcome here. And, well, depending on how long today's stream takes, depending on how long the game is, I do plan to do more streams of this. But yes, just know that you're always welcome. New people are always welcome to the stream. But I hope you enjoyed it here, Mixmax, for the brief time you were here. And hello, Shakai! Woohoo! Well, I know, Morgan, that you stream in the nude because you can get away with it. You don't play on camera. Oh, pardon me. Obviously, when I'm streaming myself, I tend to obviously wear clothes, even if I just wear pyjamas. But if I'm watching other people, it depends. Sometimes I'll be fully clothed. Sometimes I might just be in my pants or in the buff. Really depends. Yeah, excuse me if I do have many coughing fits. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold. Wow, just the last little bit of cough now. And it's annoying. Yeah, I would be surprised if Gunnar does wear like a mankini and stockings. He seems the type. Yep, Tim, you go away for 5 minutes and we end up getting raucous. Oh, hang on, is there something creepy over there? Ah, the creepy doll. Yeah, but what going like, very nice. There probably must be newbies like watching this stream, seeing the chat thinking, what the bloody hell? Oh, this is not weird at all. I need to do that actually, Leah, because I know last year I was threatening to do a live stream as Elsa, but it ended up not happening in the end, but I will have to do that this year for Christmas. Because I did kind of promise Badger that I would do it, but due to reasons it didn't happen, but I will hopefully make it happen this year. Alright, where'd he go? Yes, Tim, you should so do it. You should be like just do a cosplay of like a sort of really like beardy, hairy e-boy. That would be hilarious.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me.
Hey, it's like Gunner's No Pants Wednesday. Woohoo!
I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded.
Yes, I think Tim should totally be like Belle Delphine to your e-boy. Yes.
He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed.
Although everyone knows that Belle Delphine is queen, and she is awesome.
I could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me.
Yes, Tim, do it for lols.
Growing inside, and they wanted.
Do like a really over-the-top silly version of Belle. Yes. Right, how do I get to that thing again? Ah, there we go. That's what I was trying to look for. I know, right, Leah? It's sort of like Belle Delphine is an absolute fucking genius, and that's why I love her. The fact that she convinced people to pay £30 for a jar of her bathwater, I'm like, you are fucking brilliant. You are queen. It's like, here is your crown, my queen. You drop this, you know. It's like, I love her. She's brilliant. Yeah, that's fair enough, Gunnar. I think at first, sort of like, I kind of was, because I think it was like I'd heard of her, and I was just like, okay. But then it's like, I think the whole sort of bathwater thing happened and stuff like that, and I was just like, that's just genius. I'm walking the wrong way. There we go. Right. Yeah, I think the fact that Belle Delphine is like quite attractive, well, to me she's quite attractive, does help. Alright, so I am there. I think it's just going to be a case of I'm going to wander about until things happen. Right, as long as nothing jumps out, I'm going to be fine. Oh, that one's locked, so we can't open that. Right, so that one's bolted shut. Right, in that case, though, I'm guessing there might be a way to open those ones that are bolted shut. I am assuming. Oh. So obviously there was a member of staff who felt there was inappropriateness going on. So that they're locked, okay. Those ones are locked, okay. Yes, there's nothing wrong with bums. We are all about the bottoms on this channel. I'm now here sort of like with Angry Kid's voice going through my head when he goes bum 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 bum. Because that's just how my brain works. It just sort of goes off on one. It's just like, heh. It's a case of please fondle my buttocks. Sir, this is a Wendy's drive-thru.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
You know what, Leah? This is going to sound daft, but I keep forgetting that you've got a son. I know it's going to sound daft because you mention him quite a lot, but it's like I think there's that part of my brain that keeps forgetting. That's going to sound really daft. I admit that. Right, is there any more for any more? Amongst any of this stuff. Hey up there, Druid, how you doing? Yes, you are, dear. I've put you as a mod because I think, to be fair, Druid, we've known each other long enough that I feel that I could trust you as a mod. And it's the least I could do after me and Morgan scared the shit out of you that time at was it MCM Comic Con? When we sort of dived at you like a couple of like screaming fans. And then me and Morgan got sad because we realised that you and Matt Mercer were indeed not the same person. And it's like, oh, you spoiled it now. We wanted to believe you and Matt Mercer were the same person. Yeah, you totally didn't go and sort of like charge at poor Druid, and it's just like he just stood there startled, like, help. It's like, help, I'm being sort of squealed at, but I'm too polite to say anything. Be like, leave me alone, you weirdos. Right, let's come back in here just to see if there was anything I needed to find in here. Right, is there any things out here?
Listening.
Siri, what are you on about? Go. Siri just decided to randomly switch itself on. Right, bear with, 'cause I missed a couple of comments now. Where are we? There we go. Oh, yes, that was a very funny experience. Right, let's see what diary entries we got here. Right, let's have a read of some of these.
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don
Okay, I'll see you in a moment, Gunnar.
He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing, and I started
You
shying
love
from
it,
him.
really, Druid.
But other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him. But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul. And the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight. Bad about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand.
I was literally about to say, like, you totally didn't squeal at Ellen from Outside Extra. You totally didn't, did you, Morgan?
They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
Yeah, that poor lass, Ellen, she had to deal with a sort of like crazy Morgan basically running at her screaming. And I was just like walked up to Ellen from Outside Extra and I was like, I am so sorry about him. It's like, sorry? It's a bit of a fan. Right. Right, so I've got waiting room. Right, okay, can't go that way. That is locked. Oh yeah, because I think this was the way I came in, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, I've been like back streaming for I think it's a couple of weeks now. I probably am going to be predominantly sticking to Twitch in future though, although I am going to try and finish at least Thief on my YouTube channel. As and when I get around to doing that. I think I've just gotten a bit towards streaming on YouTube at the moment. I have yet to, I think, look up the games for October, so... But I will do. It's something I need to look into. And I think I heard talk that apparently there's going to be quite a lot of games available next month. So now I think, wasn't there talk that there was apparently going to be something about like 18 games available, something daft like that for next month? But yes, what are the games available for this month? Well, I'll say this month coming up, like for next month I should say. I knew what I meant. I cannot talk the words. Ah, so they got Need for Speed and Vampire. Ah, I might at least look up the Vampire one at least.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse. Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said.
Oh.
Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
Oh, definitely like check out Vampire, 'cause it was like one of them titles I've heard of, but not actually like investigated very far into what it was all about. But it was one of those ones where it was like I'd obviously heard of the title, seen the cover, and thought, "Oh, that looks interesting. I might have to look into it," and then hadn't. Welcome to my life, Morgan. My body feels like that most of the time. where I feel like I have the body of like an 80-year-old. And that's on a good day. Yeah, same, Druid, same. My body feels like that pretty much like all the time. It's like, oh, why am I so broken? This is just really pants. Hang on, is this a door that's just opened? Oh.
June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in
run out of
clinics
tea.
for the privileged, the moment for action has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, the perfect place for a doctor who really wants to make a difference. November 20th. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and images which it is almost impossible to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses who are forced to tie the more distressed ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients, and it's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women. The overpowering stench in the wards, the constant din of shouts and voices that are barely recognizable as human, dirty, naked bodies devoid of any dignity. The lunatic asylum gets under your skin and wears you down. I often consider resigning. I feel useless, impotent, a sort of merciful jailer, a mercy that helps no one and only helps to ease my conscience. March 15th, 1938. Dramas are played out before my eyes every single day, and I try to distance myself from them, and just do the best I can. But a girl arrived some days ago. I couldn't avoid her gaze.
Of course you can justify
All she
buying
asked in
new
her
games
dignified
for the
silence
PS4. It's
was
fine.
not to be ripped away from her world. And me. I'm old enough to be her father, the father she never had, who didn't want her, who rejected her without even knowing her. I, too, refused what she asked me. I couldn't do anything but add my signature and consign her to hell. A danger to herself and to others, and a cause of public scandal. This was what was written on the accompanying note from the police headquarters. It was difficult not to agree with it. How much more violence must this poor girl be subjected to? Her gaze is so intense, so far removed from the carefree nature which should be the joyous hallmark of her age. I cried myself to sleep in my solitude. I kept thinking about those sad and frightened eyes staring at me.
Well, that was cheerful. Oh, I can get in here now. Yeah, same, Druid. I have like multiple copies of the various Fallout games, well, from 3 onwards. I think Fallout 76 is the only game that I have like 1 copy of.
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
It's about Renee.
Have you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered. I never had children. I don't think. Let's read it. I must understand. I must remember. She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety, psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake. So many things frightened me. The system that I lived in was built on fear and light. There was no mercy or understanding in the town of light. April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches.
Go on, Morgan, you know you want to stream for a little bit.
Her mother was there.
Yeah, no problem, Druid, if you need to be off to do stuff and things, that's no problem.
I met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride.
But it was nice to see you, and I hope I see you again at some point.
And the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know I deserve to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then. She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped and her body remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost totally absent. Probable hallucinations. April 25th. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. Let's find Amara, and we'll find the full medical records.
Okay. Telephone. Oh, it doesn't want to close right up, okay. I know I looked at that earlier, is it? Looked at that earlier. Oh, we triggered another memory. Very brief one, but we triggered it. Ah, that's better. Oh yeah, I think I looked in there earlier, didn't I? There was nothing in there. This is one of those games where you think, this is not weird at all. Honest. Yeah, I do believe I looked at that earlier. Right. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm getting to play like the full version of this, because this is like really cool. It is weird as all fook, but it's good. Even if it is just me wandering around with no clue what to do half the time. And I'm just sort of wandering around poking things until things happen. Is there any light switches? Doesn't look like it. I think I looked in here earlier, I do believe. Ah, that's what I was looking for, a light switch. So that's another. Oh, we're getting an itchy nose right now.
The grounds at the back of the hospital, and then down to the kitchens.
Ah, right, okay. Right, so. Ah, right, okay. So I'm
This
assuming
is
go
the
this
road
way.
we used to take.
Ah,
If
right.
it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed.
No problem, Morgan.
She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time. It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away. Nature helped me to forget. She wasn't to escape from the system. He wouldn't let her in. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why.
Ooh, I'll climb up here.
The scent of spring. The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
Ah, there we go. Right, figure out my way to the next bit. Oh, earned another trophy. I seem to be earning a lot of trophies without actually trying to at the moment. Alright, where to next? Right, okay, so I can't go that way. Okay. Oh, hang on, I think I found where I need to go. Is it in here? I'd say this looks like a kitchen.
Come on. Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
It's a hole. This is not at all creepy. It's fine.
Keep looking. We mustn't give up. Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly. We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us. When they found us... Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly. We've got to get out of here. They'll find us. But not now. Not yet. Amara's not here. Maybe she's in the showers. We can find her there. The water was often cold. When it was cold, we ran away. But when it was hot, then she came to Renee, under that cruel white light. I can still feel the shivers her body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us.
Alright, so that's washing machines. That's going back into there. Right, so this is close that, turn that twice. Oh, does that mean shut? Do those twice? Okay. I think I did a thing.
We have to turn the water on in the showers and switch the boiler on. All the plumbing systems were in the kitchen area.
Right, so I'm guessing it is this lot I've got to faff about with.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Right, there we go.
Everything's ready. Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
Right, there we go.
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
Alright, how do I do that then? Ah, there we go.
Amara was the only thing Renee had. They separated them. Renee went to the slightly agitated ward, the one that terrified everybody.
Well, this hasn't gotten completely weird at all, honest.
Those injections were a torture, the just punishment for what I was doing. And what about her? Who knows where Amara was? They had taken me upstairs into the ward where no one wanted to go.
Right, I think what I might do is stop here. Maybe just because I'm starting to get a bit of eye and brain ache. So... Ah, but it looks like you can jump into the chapters, so... Actually, what I might do is I'll continue playing, but I'm just going to go and take a couple of minutes break, just to give myself a rest, and I will be back in a moment. Right, that's better.
Let's look for Renee's room in the slightly agitated ward.
Yeah, I am back now. I just had to take a quick breather. Just to get myself together. Maybe because I just had a slight sort of like weird like motion sickness sensation just very briefly for a moment, so I thought, right, I'm going to take a quick rest, take a breath and a drink of water, and then I'll be fine. No, I've been in there. Right, is it upstairs I need to go? I think so. That's gynecology, radiology. Oh, there we go. Is it going to get all creepy and weird again?
When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm. Right, I'm assuming because all of these ones are locked.
there something I meant to do? Right, bear with. Ah. There we go.
They put a straitjacket on you. They gave you a cold shower. They suffocated you with a sheet. They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them. It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte.
Get myself set up and comfy. Well, this isn't getting like any more weirder, of course.
The past was like the present. That doll, that man, the shame. Renee was increasingly divorced from reality. How will I ever find out what really happened? How will I ever find Amara again if I can't even find myself? Montefoscoli, November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, It is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me. It will take time, but you'll see, things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often, and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong. Mom. This is the last letter she wrote to me. Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things.
I think what's happening to me?
Perhaps she would have listened to me. Will she reply? The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post them.
So I've pretty much just got to carry on down to the end.
When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day, but far too many never left. There must be a file with my name in the filing cabinet somewhere. Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee. This letter. It was Renee's letter, just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen? I received your letter, Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me.
I was wondering what you were
have they done to
about
her?
then for a second, Gunner.
Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee. Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom.
That sounds about the kind of thing that Morgan would say, would no doubt be like, what on earth are you on about?
Montefoscoli, October 12th, 1940. My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for a letter. Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you. I know you're suffering.
Yes, we definitely need to do a
Please
bit
be
of the
strong,
Ministry
I
of
beg
Silly
you.
Walks. That needs to be done.
Mom will come to fetch Renee, won't she? Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. The doll. Renee could have played with it while she was waiting for her to arrive, but Renee didn't have it with her. Is it one of Mom's lies? She knew that she'd hurt Renee and... No, Mommy's good. That man brought it. We've just remembered who he is, haven't we? It was Renee who was wrong. The doll's here. I know that for sure. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere. Let's look for the second doll. It'll be among the bundles of the patient's belongings. Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window.
Ah, there we go.
You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her. Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. Will she still be where we abandoned her, under the warm lights?
Right, so that was back this way.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders.
I only obeyed orders.
Charlotte's gone away. Mom will come and get us. She loves us, even though we're bad.
orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Even though we're bad.
Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything.
Charlotte gone away.
I only obeyed orders.
Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Ah, so we're back here where we were before, I think. Ah, this is going to be the old electric shock treatment. Yeah, thought so. Well, according to the old Google foo, there's only 12 chapters altogether in this game, so I thought, you know what, I might as well just do this all in one sitting. Bugger it. Oh dear, what have you done to Morgan? Can you not break my fiance, please?
What was that doctor writing, sitting at his desk?
Yes, can we have no breaking of the Morgan?
September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January
Is it that
20th,
it wasn't me,
1939.
honest, Gov?
Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched.
To be fair, that's normally my argument, so it
Spends
wasn't
her
me,
time in the
honest.
grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the
That
bed
sounds
since
like
then.
Morgan, he's always swearing at
Transferred
games.
to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C.
Like me, when I was getting annoyed with Fallout the
I
other
was
night,
with the
swearing
mama
at
in
it,
the
like, sort of
showers.
like, oh,
My
you
memories are
twat,
terrifying.
fuckface,
They're not real,
all the
are they?
others.
December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Prostitution? No one would have ever believed a lunatic, let alone a lunatic who lives in the worst sort of sin. Could such a person ever have been subject to sexual violence? Certainly not. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy, and my God, they succeeded. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us. The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope. It was torture, But we had no choice. Nobody explained anything. No one tried to help us understand. We were like farm animals. June 2nd. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. A spontaneous abortion? It's not true. I can't believe it. How could I have invented things if I didn't even know what they were doing to me? And the stranger in the grounds, I don't remember. Was that another lie? Or was another memory removed? God, my head. June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living? March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence. We can look for her things in the storeroom containing the bundles of the patient's belongings on the upper floor.
Right, let's go and see if we can find out anything about this lass.
These are Amara's things, I'm certain. March 12th, 1938. The young girl Renee arrived today. Poor thing, she was terrorized. You see, she remembers the first time we met. I talked to her mother, the dear lady, and she expressed her fears to me, and I promised I'd keep an eye on her daughter. The lady told me her daughter's doll had been taken away, and this worried her. Because when she becomes depressed, as she is now, Renee barricades herself in her room and can't communicate. The doll becomes her voice, eyes, and ears. Dr. B said I'll soon get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm so sad to leave Renee. I won't be able to protect her anymore. My poor friend. She was hoping to be able to get out of here, but nobody ever leaves this place. That poor girl is really ill. I am the only one she ever speaks to. I told her I was leaving, and she stared at me, saying that I would never leave. It was quite unnerving, and then she started to cry. I felt like crying too. She didn't say anything else. What worries me is that I'm sure that terrible man is watching her. He was the one who brought her here, and of all the good people, why did it have to be him? She knew. I told her everything. She knew about that man. But I instructed a nurse friend of mine to keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she will, because she's a good woman. Her friend the nurse. I vaguely remember. She worked on this ward. Amara, there she is. She existed. She really did exist. There she is, my friend. Here we are together. How could I have imagined for a single moment that she never existed? Let's look for signs of the nurse in the nurse's room on the upper floor.
Right, so where was that again? Let's go and check the map. Right, so... so it's the room... So I'm guessing it's this room.
She worked mostly in the Marigliano pavilion. Let's get out of here and find that pavilion. Renee was alone here. Charlotte had abandoned her. And without Charlotte, Renee couldn't communicate with the outside world. Mother knew that.
Right, am I to assume the pavilion is probably down here somewhere? No problem, Tim. To be fair, I haven't been chatting an awful lot. I've been sort of concentrating on what I had to do. I was a bit like, where am I going? What am I doing? Right. I think so, because there's like, all in all, there's only 12 chapters to this game, and I'm on chapter 11 now, so I'm almost at the end of the game, so I've done it like pretty much in one playthrough near enough. I just heard something click. What was it? Yeah, apparently there's a pavilion I now have to go and find. Ah, so it's this way. There we go. I knew I'd find where I was meant to go eventually. Right, so that's fenced off, so I'm guessing it's this way. Okay, so that way's blocked off, so let's try back this way. Oh, I would get an itchy arm right now. That car totally didn't just slightly glitch out the floor then. Okay, so I'm guessing it's not there. That's shut, so there's obviously nothing to do with that bit. Let's try and get comfy. Oh, I think I've done a thing.
She's kind to everyone, even me. I felt a little better when I saw her. The sick children laughed and played with her. Not even they could frighten me. Don't annoy Renee. She's a princess here. Didn't you know? She told stories. She said there was a war out there. But they stared at me and frightened me. They would come to look for me in the evening, and then no one would have protected me.
Oh, nice
Now
one.
that I know
Thank you
Charlotte,
very
am
much,
I right?
Gunnar. I do appreciate that. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm that far off finishing this game for the night. But if anyone does pop across, that will definitely be nice. Okay, I saw a car drive off, but I didn't get a chance to react.
Let's follow the hearse until we reach the graveyard.
Ah, right, okay. To be fair, I didn't see which way the hearse went. But let's just pick a direction and hope for the best. Oh, that'd definitely be nice, Gunnar, once I get to that stage where people can start subscribing and giving me bits. Although I think this sort of stream did start off pretty well. I did end up with quite a few people watching. But I understand that not everyone can stick around for like a 2-3 hour stream, which is fine. But I'm hoping the fact that I had quite a lot of people at the beginning, I'm hoping that might help with get my average up. Because for some reason this one just seemed really popular, so that's good. Oh, thank you very much, Gunnar, that's much appreciated. I'm sure I'll get there with being an affiliate eventually. I think it's like I've managed to get everything else. I've managed to get the subscribers. I think the days and the hours. It is just literally getting the average viewership up. Because does that want to budge? Does it buggery? Oh, definitely this is a very, very pretty game. Right, I have no clue if I'm walking the right way, to be honest. Right, there's an invisible wall there, so it's not letting me go that way. Oh, I think the game had a moment there. Yeah, it could be that maybe not everyone is as familiar with this game. So I could have had a lot of people peering in out of curiosity. And we did have that nice person who popped in a little while ago who said that they only lived about 20 minutes away from the location of where this game is based, which I thought was pretty neat. Yeah, the Italian person, yeah. That was actually kind of cool. They were like, oh, I don't live far from there. And I was just like, oh, neat. Right, so I'm guessing... Yeah, they actually seem pretty nice, so hopefully they will pop by again. Right, come on game, don't freeze up. Ah, here we go. I think I found the path. I think. Ah, there we go. So I meant to go this way. So I know they said the Italian person, Mixmax, I think their name was. They said they were going to try and do a live stream and get some photos for their Instagram and that. So I went and followed them back. So that could be quite interesting. I just hope we didn't scare them off too much by being weird. So we're a bunch of weird British people, don't mind us. Right, so I'm guessing I've got to find my way in there now. I am assuming. Well, you know what I'm going to say, Gunner? It's like, do it, do it, do it, do it. I bet I'm going to end up wandering around all this thing and there's no way to get in it. And I'm going to make myself look stupid. Ooh. I don't know why, but it's just every time I stream, it's sort of like all around my head decides to start itching. It's like, can you not? Makes me look like I got nits. Right, so I'm guessing we don't go in there then. Okay. So, right, dear game, where am I meant to go? Right, we found the vineyard. Alright, let's try over here. So, dear game, can you please make it obvious where I'm meant to be going? Alright, so I definitely can't get out that way. Okay. Right, so that looks like it's the graveyard, but I could not find an obvious way to get in there. Ah, unless that's a gate. Hang on. There we go. It's because the gate was hidden away. That's why I couldn't find it.
There's Charlotte, my voice, my eyes, my ears, my very soul. Let's go and play together again. My voice, to say what?
Your mum?
Meaningless things. Be offensive to others, get into trouble. Eyes to see desperate people. In the mirror, the shadow of my former self. Gaunt, worn out, they're killing me slowly, day after day. My ears to hear screams, deliriums, threats, and false promises. It'll be all right. Everything will pass.
Right, I'm guessing I'm supposed to be following the path.
My soul, incapable of living, fitting into a world which it finds alien. It's moving further and further away from you, always further.
Let's go and play together again.
Alright, I literally have no idea where I'm meant to be going. Okay. No, my luck, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a sort of a creepy doll thing. Trouble is, when we start thinking of creepy dolls, I start thinking of Cadicarus. Oh, I'm getting cheer now. There we go. Right, I think I need to try and figure out where the hell I'm meant to be going on this. So I'm wandering around like an idiot. Pardon me.
Any thoughts upset me in an incredible manner, which I'm not able to cope with. I'm afraid of myself, of what I might do when I get confused and don't remember. There are some hurts which I'm not aware of. Those are the hurts which cause me the greatest embarrassment. I only wish I could clothe myself away in a shell, in my little corner. Some
I gone completely the wrong way? Oh, sitting on the cable, that don't help. Right, so that's obviously not the walkthrough I need. Right, bear with guys, I'm just really stuck at the moment. I don't know what the heck I'm meant to be doing.
My voice to say what? Meaningless things. Offend the others and get into trouble. I used to see desperate people. In the mirror, the shadow of what I once was. Gaunt, worn out, they're killing me slowly, day after day. My ears to hear screams, deliriums, threats, and false promises. You'll be alright. Everything will pass. My soul incapable of living. Of adapting to a world to which it doesn't belong. It's increasingly far from me, always farther.
Right, go. Ah, right. So now getting to the bit where I am.
Let's go and play together once more.
Ah, right, okay. Have I got to go and play on the park? Ah, right, okay. Well, I suppose that makes sense when she said let's go and play one more time. Oh,
I'd like to lose my voice. I'd like to lose my eyes. I'd like to lose my hearing. I'd like to lose myself forever.
right, do I go straight up, I'm assuming? This is not trippy whatsoever. It's probably not be the best game to play if you're completely stoned off your ass. Not that I've ever been completely, like, baked off me nut, but, you know, I'm just assuming that probably wouldn't be the best game to play if you were. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing to see here, people. So, that wasn't trippy at all. Shush.
Renee's kind to Don Gino, but he always frightens me. We learn so many things at school, and so we have to attend. How would we get on if we didn't?
I don't know, you'd probably end up like Donald Trump. A complete muppet. And a racist one at that.
A blackbird's eating my head. That's why it hurts so much. There are a lot of them. They want to hurt me. They fly. Even Charlotte can't help me. Mom works so hard because I have to eat, or I won't grow. I do a lot of bad things. I don't tell anyone, but Mom knows just the same.
I'm guessing I've got to wander around and find those doodlings on the wall.
A cat goes into my mouth and eats me from inside. At least you can't see what's happening. Don Gino knows everything. He speaks to God and he tells him lots of things. I'm not like the others, Mom. Why not? Mr. Onofrio is very kind and helps us. If he's not here, I have good reason to be afraid. My schoolmates, when the light's there.
Oh no, I've done that way.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me.
Not these
Can't
nuts,
keep
then.
my eyes open.
Alright, I just had to take them off for a minute because I was getting a bit uncomfortable. No, it wasn't weird or creepy at all. God, Jesus, there's another chapter.
My medical file again. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore. There's only confusion. There were some who had scarcely seen me. They thought they knew me and understood what was happening to me and could decide about my life.
Right, what do I need to do with this one? Ah, right, okay. Let's go back to where I was. Right, so I've got to go. Right, so once I come out of here, right, so let's come out and turn left, then left again. Right, so so right, I think I'm supposed to go this way, or am I?
Nobody laughs in here. I mean, really laughs. Not those crazy fools who laugh because people say they're mad. I don't know why they laugh out loud. They say I'm mad too, but I never feel like laughing. People used to laugh at me, but they were right, you know? You can't always cry and people laugh when they're afraid, don't they? It happened to you, not to me. It's better that way. They do that to show they're lucky. You mustn't take offense because it's true. And deep down, it's just like pity, if you see what I mean. But then you think about your own situation, and you laugh because you feel lucky that everything's gonna get better, that it's all shit. It's all shit, this place. You're not trying to tell me it's not true, are you? An intelligent person, educated, not like me. And if I can see it's a load of shit, just imagine how much better you understand it. No, come on. No. I feel fine here, you know? After all, I can do and say anything I want.
August 28th, 1942. We hereby notify you of the death of Ada T., mother of Renee T., a patient in your institution. No known relative. Sincerely yours, Onofrio P. I have no one left in the world. Nobody at all. Solitude is very strange. It muffles everything, slows it down. It's an endless scream that makes no sound. A silent scream. I can't stop looking at myself. I will never leave this place. There is nobody up there for me. These walls have become my skin, and the wretched desperation within them is my soul without a voice. Here, nobody weeps anymore. How I would love to feel life, desperation, anger. I've started dreaming, daydreaming, maybe even thinking. I've lived in a reality which has corroded me and has stripped me of everything, even my ability to feel pain. May 5th, 1943. Renee's state of health is good. She is eating and speaking. Her spatial and temporal orientation is good. Therapy suspended. December 3rd. She calmly asks if she can leave the hospital. Evaluate patient for 6 months. May 2nd, 1944. Discharge denied despite favorable psychiatric opinion. The patient has no home or means of support. May 4th. The reasons why discharge is impossible are explained, and this is how Renee learns of her mother's death 2 years after the fact. May 5th. She tried to kill herself in the night by hanging herself with a sheet, saved by the nurses. Restrained to her bed, she once more tried to kill herself by suffocation. The decision has been taken to perform a transorbital lobotomy.
Oh, fun, she got lobotomised. Well, I got lobotomised. I was about to say, Jesus Christ, there's another chapter? Thought there was only meant to be 14. I'm 12 even. Ugh, yeah, I don't even want to think about lobotomies because I know how they used to do them. Basically, pretty much through the eye, and yeah, it's a bit like, ugh. One of those things that just even just thinking about it just makes me just go, no, just, Yeah, I'm glad we live in a time when sort of like lobotomies don't really happen anymore. That's not to say there's probably not sort of like countries that probably don't still do it, that are not maybe like as progressive. Yeah, it was not pleasant when they were showing you just like, yes, this is how they used to do lobotomies. It's like, no, could you not? Yeah, you might want to look away because I think they're going to show one. No thank you. Just, could we not? Yeah, I'm a bit of a coward. It's like, yeah, we won't be watching that, thank you. Yeah, it's the whole, can you just tell me when it's all over? Because it's like, no. Just no. Even the sound effects are making me go, Just no.
June 1944. Operation successful. Patient tranquil and collaborative. Motor coordination capacity reduced, but she's improving.
I'm not surprised why you were
Transferred to the
stabbing
tranquil
her.
department in the care of Dr. B. 25th of October. Continues to talk about Amara and her doll, Charlotte. The disturbances of motor capacity show slight signs of improvement. Difficulty walking, not capable of riding, and the nurses report that they have to help her dress, wash, and feed herself. In the summer of 1944, Renee was transferred back into my department. Aware of little, indifferent, hardly ever spoke. One day, she said, "When I find the courage to look at myself in the mirror, I see a young face which is aged and looks at me full of fear." She is a woman now who has changed profoundly compared to the girl that I had under my care several years ago. Only the sadness of her gaze and her intelligence are unchanged. She's so young, just 23 years old, but is lacking all vitality.
Tim. So it's good that, you know, things are better. Yes, it's like I'm trying to sort of speak sort of like in a broad sense in that things are quote unquote better. Yeah, that they yeah. Oh come on, I think any country's better than the fucking States at the moment, to be fair. Even with our dodgy, broken NHS, you know, we're still better, you know. It's a case of with the NHS, it may be sort of propped up with stilts and duct tape, but it still kind of works, you know. And lots of Gorilla Glue, you know. so I'm trying to make silly jokes to lighten the mood now, and I'm not sure it's working. Yeah, it's a case of... Yeah, luckily I've never been at that point where I've had to do that kind of thing. And I think now after playing this game it's kind of put me off and I don't wanna. It's like, oh, I'm fine, I can cope, I'll get on with it. You know me, Tim, it's like I am that person who makes the inappropriate jokes and humour at the wrong time, and I'm like, lovely. It's fine. Ugh, shut up, I'm not emotional now. I don't do the emotional thing, shut up. Fuck off. Yes, I suppose, as I said, as much as our NHS / mental health services might be broken, at least for those people it's worked for, they're still here. You know, might not be all right in the head, but we're still here. It's like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm not going to cry. Shut up. That's Morgan's job. It's one of those rare moments a game's got to me. And it's like, fuck off. Stop making me feel the feels. It's just, no, fuck off. I don't do that kind of stuff. It's like, fine. Fucking fine. Fuck off. Leave me alone. I feel called out and picked on. Fuck off. Right, no telly, you're not going to shut off. There we go, right. So my TV flashed up like, you haven't done anything for a while, do you want to shut the TV off? It's like, no, I'm streaming, fuck off. Right, I better plug me. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to wind up the stream. Because that all got a bit full on and heavy. Yeah, no. I feel a bit bullied by this game and I don't like it anymore. It started off alright because I thought, oh, this is a nice game, and it's like, it's a bit spooky and a bit sort of kind of like mystery and like stuff like that, and then it went a bit heavy and it's like, no, I feel bullied now. I don't, yes. So I think I'm going to finish here. Probably go and have a few minutes to do a thing. I would say I'd go down and hug the dogs, but it's getting on for 10:30. They've probably got themselves settled for the night and they're asleep, and I don't think they'd appreciate if I woke them up. And then I'd have Princess following me everywhere, be like, oh, you know. It's like, no, Princess, go to bed. So yeah, I'm going to finish the stream now. But I will be back tomorrow at some point to do GTA, which is a lot more light-hearted and stupid. Yeah, if I go downstairs, they'll think, all food. You know, I know what they're like. So yeah. But yeah, GTA tomorrow, so it'll be all just me smashing into things and being stupid. Or randomly finding a tennis court to go and play tennis like I did, I think it was last night. And Morgan was like, wow, this is riveting, watching you play tennis. I was like, shut up, I'm enjoying myself, go away. But yeah, let's finish for tonight. And we got GTA to look forward to tomorrow. So I'll see you all then. Bye! Oh, and I've just seen your thing, Tim. Okay, yeah, no problem. If you will be sort of just like lurking with intent with your tent, that's fine. But yes. It's like if I don't start beforehand, I'll probably be starting around 8:30. I think I've put it on my schedule on Twitch that I'm starting at 8:30, but it's flexible. So, yeah, right, I'm definitely going now. Bye! Let's go and watch Morgan do stupid shit.